All right, ready for the intro music? For the prediction show? Okay, here it comes.
So you ended up booking Reby Sky for tonight?
I booked Reby Sky to give her predictions on Takeover. You know, Reby Sky used to bang Dean Ambrose. Did you know that?
Poor guy.
Yeah. They were together for a long time.
Well, I doubt it was Dean Ambrose. It was probably John Moxley, but not Dean Ambrose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same guy. You know. John
different
Moxley.
thing, man.
Well, do they have two different
thing.
penis sizes, do you think? Do you think John Moxley and Dean Ambrose?
That's probably what sent him to the asylum.
I want to see a match between... I want to see Reby Sky go one-on-one with Renee Young.
I want to see Reby Sky and Sunny do a porno.
I would like to see Reby Sky do the porno without Sunny.
No,
you're right, China.
If you had it, all right. We're gonna do.
And if we're lucky, Missy Hyatt. If we're lucky,
I'd pick Missy Hyatt over China and Sunny. Honestly,
Nicole Bass.
Why
was she not in this?
I don't know.
Nicole Bass, come on.
Look, I came up with 64 girls in like 13 minutes. Like, I talked about this on the show. Tim never actually agreed to do this tournament. Like, I was talking to him on on Facebook, just like, hey, it would be kind of cool if we did this, like, jokingly. And in like 13 minutes, I literally had 64 girls. Like, I was like, oh, I'll pick girls from each different promotion, and then some indie ones and some retired ones. I'll find 64 girls fast. And I found it in like record time, but I completely forgot. I forgot about AJ Lee first off, and I'm a huge AJ fan. And I forgot about Katrina, and Lana was in there. It's just a lot of them I completely forgot about. You know, but somehow I remembered Naomi and Cameron. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get to these predictions. We're already like 15 minutes into this. We're more than 15 minutes into this show.
Yeah, we're almost 20.
All right, look, there's only 6 matches, and then we're gonna say who we think is gonna go up. So let's try to go through each match, not rapid fire, since there's only 6 of them. But know, guys, that at 44 minutes after the hour, 44 minutes, we're at 19 right now. So at 44 minutes, once it hits 44. The show dies. So remember that, guys. Please remember that. So it means we have 25 minutes total left. 10 minutes left of live and 15 minutes of Steiner Recliner. I'm not even giving the number out for this since it's a bonus show, and I don't feel like having to answer people's calls and hear what they have to say. We just don't have the time. So next week, guys, you can call in if you would like. Not tonight. If you do call in, I'll probably take the call, but I'm not giving the number. So you're going to have to, really research it if you want to call. So let's get to these matches, though. Okay. So NXT TakeOver is today, technically. It is now 12:20 a.m. It is supposed to take place on April 1st, 2016. Produced by the WWE, showcasing its NXT developmental brand. It will take place at the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. And this is to kick off the weekend of WrestleMania 32. Many believe that this pay-per-view will be much better than WrestleMania, which I could see. Real quick, just different facts about the show. The theme for the show is called The Devil Inside Me by Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes. Mayhem by Hailstorm is the second theme song, and the third theme song, there's 3 theme songs for NXT TakeOver, guys. The third theme song is Fiddle Me This by Yellow Wolf. So, just in case anyone cares. I just figured,
why are there so many themes?
Because it's all business deals. You know, they're making money off each one of these
themes. They probably
themes.
have an individual song per video package for match.
These songs aren't even in the video package. These are just themes. Look, they make deals. Usually, like a Flow Rider deal. I'm not sure who's making the money off of that because I feel like it's WWE that'll probably be paying Flow Rider. But for somebody usually they pick bands that no one cares about or that are unknowns. Like remember they had Fred Durst on SummerSlam SummerSlam's theme song maybe like a year or two ago, and nobody had freaking seen Fred Durst in years. So that's a situation where I feel like he's paying WWE to get his name back out there. You know?
That wouldn't be the first time Limp Bizkit did that. That's actually how they became famous.
Of course.
So
I mean,
like the record companies were giving them money and stuff.
Right. That's how it works.
Weird.
You put money into yourself by promoting.
And Fred Durst became like really good friends with Korn. He actually did one of the band members' tattoos.
Yeah. I was a Fred Durst fan, to be honest with you. I was.
Significant other album, you know, and
I really
99.
liked their first album. Their first album, I think, was the best. The $3 Bill Y'all. That was like their
right. That's when they were young and cool. And now Fred Durst, unfortunately, is still trying to be young and cool, but he's like 50. So.
I mean, really, every generation needs an Axl Rose.
Yeah.
I would not compare Fred Durst to Axl Rose, though. I'm sorry. I get the comparison what you're saying, but I still couldn't.
You fire your band, you keep going. It's the same setup.
Well, I'll put it to you this way, guys. I don't want to necessarily give my age out, especially being my birthday's in 3 weeks. But I have been now in the music game myself, obviously on an independent level, but I've been an independent musician now for 18 years. So that'll give you an idea on my age, but just think about that. I mean, I sometimes feel like I'm getting old with it, but the fact is I started as a child, so I'm not old. I just, but 18 years is a long time, so you think of it like that, and I'm still going strong. I'll definitely make it to 20 years. Let's get to this show, though. All right, so the first match that we have on here we go, let me get to it now. Okay, 6 matches. Match number 1. I'm just going to go in order of how it is on this page. So I don't know what the order will be or what, but that's just how I'm going to do it to make it easier. Match number 1, Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin in a singles match.
Austin Aries.
I'm going to go Austin Aries, and I'm also going to say that this is the match, from what I know of this card, that I care about least. Well, there's one other match that I care less about, but this. And that'll be
the third match. My guess is that'll be the third match on this list.
Probably.
All right. I feel like it has to be Austin Aries because it's his first match. But here's the reason why I'm really picking Austin Aries. Baron Corbin is going to be on a little bit of a losing streak. And he's going to cry. He's going to be the heel that loses and then he cries. Just like how he did with Regal losing that championship contendership match. He cried and then he got the sourpuss look on his face and then he attacked a new guy. Right? They're bringing in a lot of new guys for this tournament coming up. Right? My prediction is Baron Corbin goes on the losing streak till the tournament, and then once that cruiserweight tournament happens, you will see Baron Corbin getting involved in storylines with these cruiserweights and just going in the middle of matches and just beating people up, to get heel heat and to mess with the internet, wrestling fans and the darlings, the internet darlings, because that's his gimmick, right? He doesn't like.
They tried that a few years ago with Mike Knox, and it didn't go over very well.
But I think it
did that at Rey Mysterio and them.
I think it'll work for Baron Corbin. I think Baron Corbin. If anything, it'll work better for Baron Corbin than it did for Mike Knox. I just feel that Baron Corbin is a much more talented person, and hey, he got in as a football player. Like that is his gimmick now, and people hate this dude, and I don't like him personally, but I do like where he's going with the I hate indie people. And they tried that with Sheamus on the main roster too, but Sheamus sucked at it.
Yeah.
If you guys remember when he first came back.
Here's why I think it's going to work for Baron Corbin is wrestling fans want to see wrestling, especially right now. Mm-hmm. And to have that kind of classic heel persona of always losing, and whenever they lose, they whine about it, and they whine about it, and they whine about it, and they keep losing. After a while, wrestling fans are going to boo you more and more and more.
Well, I think that's going to turn into his face turn eventually.
See, but
that's how it goes a lot, too.
But what I was going to say was, I think that's a good thing. But that's a good thing that he's going to keep losing, because wrestling fans are hungry for wrestling. And
Exactly.
one thing that NXT has done, I'm not going to say they've done it 100% great, but one thing that they do well is classic wrestling storylines, which is why NXT is so popular with wrestling fans. You know, like,
I just hope
they
that
still
those
do the
classic
squash matches.
I
with
just hope that
unknown
those classic
guys.
storylines don't get boring in a year or two. That's what worries me, because it is cool now.
Well, see, but the way how NXT is built up, they've been doing these kind of stories. Like, really, if you think about it, Baron Corbin was not really going over even when he was in his feud with Bull Dempsey. You know, like, at the end of the day, he's been a heel the whole time. It's just he's finally come out as a heel.
Right, and Bull Dempsey was the heel and then turned into the face because of Corbin, and now he's not even on the roster. But
right.
That's a whole nother story. All right, let me get to the next match. Yeah, Bull Dempsey is doing a shoot interview right now, though.
He had a match with Samoa Joe in the last NXT.
Yeah, but he's been out of the company for the last month almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about it on the show,
like
Jim.
a month.
Oh, that's right.
Remember I was making fun of Sylvester?
And TNA all record.
Yeah, they're all recorded. That's how long he left with Sylvester. But when Sylvester left, that's when I was making fun of Sylvester. That was the same time that Bull Dempsey. We did talk about it on the show. I know for a fact.
Yeah, I remember now. I'm just tired, so.
It's cool. Let
me
get to the
next match.
Yeah, next match. The Revival. Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder versus American Alpha, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable.
I'm gonna go with Gable and them.
I am ready, willing, and Gable for them to win.
All right. 10 seconds left in the show, guys. For anyone listening live, thank you very, very, very much. Look forward to another show with me on the network's flagship show, which will be released in a few days. WrestleMania is Sunday. Hall of Fame, everything coming up. You guys all enjoy it, and thank you very much. And we'll be back on next Thursday at 11 p.m. So thank you guys very, very much, and have a great night. I'm going to pick American Alpha, Jason Jordan, and Chad Gable. However, I want to say that I am Nikki Scars endorsing Scott Dawson as of right this second. Because if you guys know anything about Scott Dawson, he is like an Eric Young in the sense that he can play a lot of different gimmicks. And I still remember seeing that video of him and Carmella playing brother and sister in NXT, like Performance Center, like, you know, in class. And Scott Dawson had me laughing. He was so funny. And you see him playing this role of Arn Anderson, you know, the next Arn Anderson, and he's not funny at all. But he has the ability to be funny. And nobody knows that he is funny unless you saw that video. And I always felt like Scott Dawson had a lot of talent, but no one would ever see it. Now we're seeing it, and we're seeing it in a complete different light than we would have saw it before. And I just think that's really cool. So I want to publicly endorse Scott Dawson to be part of our very small list of endorse. Richard, you probably don't know this, but we do a bit where every once in a while where we see somebody coming up, if me or Tim would publicly endorse that person. And when we say we publicly endorse them, that means in our minds and to the show that they will become a huge star at some point before their career is over. So, like, other endorsements are EC3 was endorsed. Corey Graves is endorsed by me. Who else do we endorse, Tim? You endorsed a couple people from TNA.
I endorsed Phoenix.
Who?
Phoenix from Lucha.
Yeah, Phoenix was endorsed. I endorsed what's his name from Lucha, Pentagon Jr. And then we also endorsed Crazy Steve from TNA.
Yes, yeah, I love Crazy.
Yeah, we endorsed him. So yeah, it's pretty much people that like aren't huge stars yet, but we see it coming in the future. And I think we were right with EC3, by the way. And the very first endorsement was Dean Ambrose, actually, if I remember correctly. We didn't call it endorsements at the time, but I think it was I endorsed Dean Ambrose. Basically the same thing, like in 2010 or some crap like that. I think it was even before we even met, Tim. But let me get to the next match. I just wanted to say, because I did want to throw out the endorsement on this show. So, Richard, if you ever want to endorse anybody on our show, if you ever see somebody that you think in the business, doesn't have to be a wrestler, it could be a manager, it could be an announcer, anybody, a referee even.
Right.
If you see somebody that you like, that you think is going to be a big star, you could say, hey, I endorse this person, and we'll put it on the list of Ground Zero endorsements. So just a cool little bit that we do every once in a while. And we don't do it every week, obviously. It's only when we see somebody that we want to endorse. So it's every once in a while we do it. But so everyone picked American Alpha for this match?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we endorsed Chad Gable actually in our first or second show. That's right. We completely forgot of American Alpha. So now I personally endorsed 2 different people in this match on 2 different tag teams. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I'm picking American Alpha, and I guess that's across the board. So the next match is the match that I'm believing that Richard does not give a crap about, because I don't think anybody else gives a crap about it. And that is Apollo Crews versus the Drifter, Elias Sampson.
Pretty much. I'm expecting to see a lot of high spots from Apollo Crews, and that's about it.
So who do you think is going to win?
Apollo Crews.
Tim?
I'm going to go with the Drifter.
All right, I think the Drifter is going to get disqualified. And he's going to try to go nuts on Apollo Crews and pull that I'm a mean-looking, Damian Sandow-looking type dude that's going to be, get all mad and have my guitar. Because he did that when he lost the match against, what's his name? Against, not Nakamura. What's his name? Gargano. When he lost to Gargano on NXT a week ago. He got all mad and tried pulling this I'm mean type thing. And I think that'll happen again on this pay-per-view, and it'll turn out being Apollo Crews gets his ass kicked by Elias Sampson at the end of the match, but Apollo Crews will be the winner. So that's my prediction on that. Number 4, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh.
The big one. This is probably the most wanted to see match on the whole weekend, guys. The Smarks are going nuts for this match.
I'm going with Nakamura.
Richard?
Yeah, Nakamura, man.
Nakamura and Sami Zayn to win the belt at WrestleMania. Boom. My prediction. Just like Austin Aries, Shinsuke Nakamura is in his first match. He needs to win. Period. And I think he will.
Yeah, but then again, you got to remember that WWE might pull that typical WWE card, and because they made a name in another promotion, they might lose their first match.
Nah, not this time. Not this time.
Know.
I do not think.
Did it? But
here's my reasoning from a business perspective. Shinsuke Nakamura has got a main roster contract.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. He's doing the NXT thing, but he can't be losing NXT matches, especially to a main roster guy who technically hasn't really got his name out there on the main roster yet in Sami Zayn. And we all know Sami Zayn, how good he is. But he's not fully over yet. And he will be, but he's not yet. And I don't think...
Here's my thoughts, is Sami Zayn could win this. This is a match where no matter who loses, everyone wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Sami Zayn will put on a good match no matter what. So he will make Nakamura look amazing. So he'll win. By the end of the day, no matter who loses this match is going to look good.
Agreed. But I still think Shinsuke Nakamura... Is it Shinsuke or is it Shinsuke? Anybody know?
Oh, I'm horrible at that.
I think it's Shinsuke. But if you're in a chat room and you want to let me know, or you want to email me or something, let me know, guys. I think it's Shinsuke. Either way, I pick him to win. I pick Sammy to win at WrestleMania. Boom. All right, we got 2 matches left, and we got 8 minutes left, guys. So we got to do 4 minutes per match. Actually, 3 minutes per match and 2 minutes on the call-up. So here we go. Bayley versus Asuka.
Asuka.
This is my match right here. This is the match that I'm the most hyped to see, in all honesty. is Bayley and Asuka. And I honestly
see it
don't.
Too.
And I can't pick a winner in this one. I really can't.
Well, just throw a penny up in the air and flip a coin. Pick any.
Well, I would.
I'm picking Asuka because I think Bayley's going to debut.
I would like to see Asuka win, so then maybe we could get Bayley on the main roster.
Maybe somebody comes in and ruins the match at the end. You get Nia Jax or Eva Marie or somebody.
I hope not. I hope not. This is just too good of a match to have him run in and just be stupid about it. You know.
You can see it happening though.
All I'm going to say is,
even if you get really a whole lot of heat by ruining that match.
There's rumors, but there's rumors of the belt, the women's belt, coming back and the Divas being rebranded as the women's title.
Yep.
What better way to do that? What better way to do that than throw Bayley on the main roster?
Because I don't think Bayley's going to get that storyline. I don't think Bayley's going to get that storyline. They're going to bring Bayley in. They're going to bring Bayley in as like kind of like how they brought Emma in, not with the sign, but they're going to bring her in as like an innocent girl who did well in NXT. But I really think they're going to pull something like Stephanie McMahon's going to be like, "Oh, you're not ready yet," or someone will be like, "You're not ready yet," and then she's going to keep trying to get on and keep trying to get on, and then they're going to almost like Brad Maddox. Remember Brad Maddox when he tried to go from a referee to a wrestler? And they didn't take him seriously. I think they're going to try that with Bayley, but Bayley will overcome, unlike Brad Maddox, who did not overcome.
Right.
That's my opinion. I don't think she's going to be the flagship of the title changing yet, though. And
she's not going to be the flagship, but I think her coming to the main roster will help legitimize that. Because right now, she is the women's NXT champion, not the NXT Divas champion. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Well, let's hope it happens, and let's hope it happens after Mania. So we're all going to pick Asuka to win this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, I know you didn't pick anyone. I didn't mean to say, oh, you picked Asuka.
No, like I said if I had to pick, it would be Asuka, so that maybe when Bayley would lose the championship, she would go to the main roster. So I'm going to go with Asuka, just for that, pipe dream, I guess.
All right, 5 minutes left, guys. Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe.
I'm going with Joe.
Probably Joe.
Who goes on? So does Finn Balor go to the main roster with the Bullet Club, and Joe wins the title?
I think that would be,
even do that, but that
would be one of the greatest ways to debut Balor in the main roster, is have him come in strong with a good following.
There's a rumor that he will debut actually at WrestleMania. There is a rumor.
Yeah.
Now, nobody has ever debuted at WrestleMania. Nobody.
Fandango.
So
Fandango
had his first match at WrestleMania, but he debuted technically before WrestleMania.
Trying to think now. Yeah, well,
there's a rumor. I'm going to pick Finn Balor to win this match. I know it's a lot of people aren't picking that, but something tells me he's sticking around still in NXT. I don't know why. He may make a debut, on Monday. He may have the Balor Club with him, but I think he's gonna have that title with him too. I don't think Samoa Joe's gonna win it, but I do think Samoa Joe will debut. I think the time is here for that. I think it's time.
Yeah. Definitely.
So let's segue the last. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys both pick Samoa Joe to win, right?
Right.
Okay. Do you expect him to win the title, or do you just expect him to win the match?
I'm going with the title.
How would he not win the title if he wins the match?
Well, it could be a disqualification.
Oh no, he'll win the title.
Now, do you guys think that the Balor Club could debut at this pay-per-view?
Possibly.
I think there's a chance of that happening.
Yeah.
To be honest.